Hello, beloved. How you loving? How you loving? How you loving? Oh my God. Why did I read the card from my daughter just before coming live um, for my birthday? And I started welling up with tears. So, pardon me. How you loving? How you loving? How you loving? I am KAISI, also known as Reverend Valerie Love, Divine Midwife from Soul Destiny. How you loving? How you loving? Come on in, family. Come on in. Come on in. Hallelujah. Come on in. Hey, oh! Shout out to Tyler Perry, $1 billion net worth. Shout out to Tyler Perry. Oh, I love the head wrap. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm gonna give y'all a secret. It's actually a pair of pants, child, because I didn't have no head wrap to match my top, and I was like, you know how a witch be like, and next thing you know, don't move too much, because baby, you might see what's under here. I haven't combed my hair in I don't know how long. Okay. It's a TMI violation, too much information. That's spectacular, May. Thank you so much, May. Thank you so much. Creativity, I got it from my mama. I'm from the great mother of the universe, Mother, Father, God. Shout out to Tyler Perry, because OMG, right, April? You know how we do, right? OMG, we watched Tyler Perry. Oh, you look amazing. I look amazing. Mwah. Thank you, Autumn. Thank you so very much, Autumn. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm going to do readings today. I'm going to do readings, some inspirational readings today on Facebook and Instagram. So if you don't follow me on Facebook and Instagram, it's something that I'm going to start new today. It's my birthday month. I feel new. I feel invigorated. I feel alive. I feel like serving at a very high level. I feel magnificent. And I pray to share it. And I know you're magnificent as well. I know you are loved. I know you're appreciated. I know you're well taken care of. I know you're covered. I know you're blessed. I know everything is working out for you. I know all your dreams are coming true. Hey, I came here to tell you how beautiful you are. Oh, Jasmine. Mwah. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm honored. Thank you so very much. I appreciate you. Thank you, family. Thank you. Love you. Love you, love you, love you. So big shout out to Tyler Perry. He is the billionaire inspiration of the day. He's the billionaire inspiration right now. He is the billionaire inspiration because we watched him go from holes in his shoes, living in his car, taking his rent money. Oh, thank you so much, Australia Luna. Thank you so very much. Taking his rent money to put on a play that he only sold 35 tickets for, and mostly all of them was his family. And I think that theater held 300 people. And his family was like family and friends. And you leave and you have no money, and you paid your rent money, and you have nowhere to live. I read his article yesterday in People magazine. Get the People magazine. I read the article, and this is what the article said. Essentially, how you loving, Bo? How you loving? This is what the article said. He said he's so full of gratitude, Tyler Perry. We're giving our billionaire inspiration for the day. Hello, Darla. How you loving? As everyone comes in, our billionaire inspiration for the day. Our billionaire inspiration for the moment. Our billionaire inspiration that we can take into the brand new decade, which we'll be entering in just a few weeks, right? Less than 90 days, you're going to enter a new decade. Oh, looking like Diane Carroll. Mwah. All praise and God bless the soul and rise the soul of the incredible Diane Carroll. Oh my God. Mwah. You are forever in our hearts and minds, Diane Carroll. Love you, love you, love you, love you. Thank you so much, Rainy Z Blue. So this whole watching him become a billionaire before our very eyes, didn't we? Didn't we watch him become a billionaire before our very eyes? And this is what he said. He said that he drives by the Pay Weekly hotel he used to live in on the outskirts of Atlanta while he was building his dream. He drives by there and he just has so much gratitude. So much gratitude. Woohoo! Teresa, you're here live. You're here live. So big shout out to the incredible billionaire story of Tyler Perry. Came from nothing, abused, unlovable, unworthy, neglected, left, abandoned, to now billionaire with his partner of 10 years. You didn't know, I didn't know Tyler Perry had a girlfriend because he doesn't publicize his family life, nor did I know he had a son that's 4 years old because he doesn't publicize his family life. In a beautiful love relationship with a beautiful child. And he said never would he have dreamt that his life would be this good. Never could he have dreamed it. Billionaire Tyler Perry. And to tell you the truth, Queen V, how you loving? To tell you the truth, Tyler Perry embodies this. And I'm going to give you our one word before we go into prayer meditation today. Our one word is vision. Again, vision. Pause and breathe it in. Breathe it in. Vision. Now write it out. 2 of Wands. Vision. What is vision? We're going to unpack vision, especially for your money and your wealth. We're going to unpack vision. 2 of Wands. Wealth Grimoire out. And as you know, we have already done the entire major arcana. The one word. Thank you, April, for putting it in the chat. Co-host, like Wendy Williams says, y'all are the co-hosts of the show, right? 2 of Wands. We are now in the Wands suit. The fire suit. You should be bringing the fire with regard to your money. What is the fire? Your spiritual self. That's why we began with Wands as we unpack all 4 suits of the tarot. The entire tarot deck in the 78-day Tarot and Your Money Challenge. Vision. I have a purple pen because I like purple, high vibration color. 2 of Wands in your Wealth Grimoire. Your Wealth Grimoire is where you write your money miracles, your money breakthroughs, unexpected money coming to you in the bank and from the in the bank, in your accounts, and everywhere else in unexpected ways. Let's breathe and pray. Breathe. 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 Breathe and open your third eye. The third eye is vision. Close your natural eye and open your supernatural eye. This is vision. With vision, you can see all the way to heaven. Breathe. Breathe and open your third eye. And if it's safe to do so, not if you're driving a car, but if it's safe to do so, or operating machinery, if it's safe to do so, close your eyes for our daily spiritual practice. If it's not safe to do so, do what's safe for you to do in the moment. Take good care of yourself. We only have one of you. You're precious. Breathe and follow the undulation of spirit. Follow the undulation of spirit. Breathe. Get in that divine flow, that divine peak state of flow. Yes, it's a scientific fact that your peak state is flow, also known as oneness with the universe, where time does not exist. It's beyond the realm of time, beyond the dimension of time. Go there now. If you don't know how, just tell yourself to go there. Your self, capital L self, S self, knows how to take your little self there. Great Spirit, Mother, Father, God, today we give extreme thanks. We give extreme thanks for health, for happiness, for vibrancy, for life. We give extreme thanks for all the good we have. We give extreme thanks for Tyler Perry, yet another billionaire, showing us the way to billions, helping us to understand that this is a creative path, helping us to see that if we tell our story, if we stand up and be seen, if we give and serve to the world, if we're willing to undergo hardships, if we're willing to climb our Mount Everest, indeed billions are waiting for us. And even more important than that, a new self is awaiting us. A self that is yet to be born. And so we call forth this self of all selves right here and right now. Because this true self is the wealthy self. This true self is the rich self. This true self is the self that is joyful and fulfilled and knows all and sees all and indeed is all. So Holy Spirit, we operate from the true self. And we give thanks for Tyler Perry showing us the way. And we give thanks for all his wealth, because now another billionaire is anchoring the energy of billions on the planet. We give thanks knowing that the Holy Spirit allows us to tap into our right way of seeing our vision for our own lives. We give thanks for Diane Carroll and her incredible life and gifts to us. And now as she lives on the other side of the veil, to great Mother, Father, God, we pray and say thank you for this life. Thank you. Thank you. God, rise our soul. We give thanks. So we give thanks for all the 1 week pay as we go week hotels that any of us have stayed in, creating our dream. We give thanks for all the shoes with holes in them that Tyler Perry wore, building his dream. We give thanks for all the naysayers who thought we were crazy, building our dream. We give thanks for everything and everyone along the path, knowing it's all good, because the word says all things work together for the good of those who love God and are called according to his purpose. We give thanks because we know that our dreams are also unfolding right here and right now. We give thanks. Hallelujah. Amen. So mote it be. Breathe. Breathe. And now as we enter our meditative space, today we chant. Today we chant. And our chant today is Brazil. It's a $1 billion chant. It's a $1 trillion chant. It's a multi-million-dollar chant. It's whatever you desire it to be. It's a chant for you to manifest that car or manifest whatever you desire. Dr. Pillai taught us that the being who brought us Brazil, the spiritual being who brought us Brazil, brought Brazil to humanity, meditated for 1,000 years to receive this sacred sound that calls forth the abundance and prosperity of the universe. Brazil. Deep breath. Clear your mind. Drop the breath. Deep breath. Clear your mind. Drop the breath. A third deep breath. Clear the mind. Drop the breath. And begin. Brazil. 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 Brazil, 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 Brazil. Picture your bank accounts, Brazil, Brazil, Brazil. Picture your investment accounts, Brazil, 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 Brazil. Speed it up. Brazil, 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 Brizzy, 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 Brizzy. Straighten your back. Brizzy, 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 Brizzy. Feel the angel pulling your crown up to heaven. Brizzy, 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 Brizzy. Breathe. Release with an ah. Breathe. Release with an ah. Breathe. Release with an ah. Feel rich now. Rich is a feeling. Feel it now. Know you're blessed. Feel it now. Let your knowing of being blessed melt away all unworthiness, not good enough, not enough, lack, limitation, guilt, shame. Let your knowing that you're blessed melt it all away. Know you're blessed. Know you're rich right here, right now. Know it. Feel it. Know you're blessed. Know you're worthy. And release. All day today, you're going to walk around knowing you're blessed. All day today, you're going to walk around knowing you're worthy. All day today, you're going to walk around breathing well. All day today, you're going to walk around in the highest vibration you can muster in every moment. Yes? Yes. Very good. When you're ready to return an aspect of your awareness to the time-space continuum, remember you're a supernatural being. You exist on multiple dimensions all at the same time. There's just a little tiny part of you that lives on the third dimension. The rest of you is an intergalactic, intercosmic, interplanetary, interdimensional super being of infinite power, love, wisdom. Infinite. When you're ready, slowly open your eyes so that you may give attention to the third dimension. Now you exist on multiple dimensions. Now you're going to turn an aspect of your awareness to the third dimension to handle what needs to be handled on the third dimension. Open your eyes. Vision. 2 of Wands. 2. Vision. Wands. Fire. The element of fire. Your spiritual self. You have 4 aspects: your spiritual self, your mental self, your emotional self, your physical self, represented by the 4 suits in the tarot deck. The suit of wands represents your spiritual self. Anytime you pick up a wand, think your spiritual self. All autumn, oh my God. Mwah. Autumn, I love that. I love you. Oh my God, I love the, every time I think of the Christian Witches Round Table, I get God bumps. Oh my God, because it stirs my soul that we're having this conversation. Oh my God. It makes me want to cry. It means so much. It means so much that you all are having this conversation. Like, I do not know if you all know how much it means that you are having this conversation. I don't even know why I'm crying now, but hey, I cry all the time. I well up with tears of joy and appreciation and bliss and thanksgiving. So much thanksgiving that we're having this conversation. Oh my God, yes indeed, Derry. We're all in this together. We are all in this together. And guess what? People who do not stand up for their freedom, for freedom and their rights quickly lose them. I'm not going to be one of those people. I stand for freedom of worship, freedom of devotion, freedom, freedom, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, physically, financially. I stand for freedom for all people. If we don't stand up for that, people over the years who have not stood up for their freedom have and their rights have soon found themselves trying to be liberated from something. And stand up for what you know to be right and talk about it and have the conversation. We are not the ones to go silently into the night. Thank you, Teresa. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. I'm so thankful. I'm so thankful for the global magical community. I feel we turned a corner. For a while, the global magical community, I was looking at the global magical community and I was concerned for us. Woo! Come on, little sister! Money in the vortex! Woo! Money in the vortex. Money in the vortex. Come on, family. Money in the vortex, a billionfold return to you. Thank you. Thank you. Let's get some smashing on the like. Smash that like button, baby. Smash-a-thon. Smash-a-thon. Let's tell the artificial intelligence of YouTube that this content is to be shared with people who are looking for this information. So here's what I realized. Thank you, Derry. Guess what? I told him earlier, Derry, this is a pair of pants. I couldn't find something that Thank you, Luda. Sunstar. Love you, family. I couldn't find something to match my top today, so I looked in my closet. Are those pants will do? Let me make a turban. But shh, don't tell my secret. That's just between me and I don't know, millions of viewers on the channel. Oh my goodness. So I was a little concerned for the global magical community, Derry, because I was looking around and I was like, this is not going to work. We're not going to get, it's working, Derry. Thank you so much. Like, this is not going to work. It's not going to work for witches to be against witches. This is not going to work, This is not going to work. Now, that's one thing for Christians to be against Christians, but it's not going to work for witches to be against witches. Like, we're one of the most powerful groups of people. Magical beings, as far as I'm concerned, is the most powerful group of people on the planet. Shamans, mystical people, magical people, gurus, saints, yogis, witches, wizards, warlocks, mages of all ages, sorcerers, all of these. These are the most powerful people on planet Earth. Autumn said if I put pants on my head, it would look like pants. Child, look. I got it from my mama because she was an incredible stitch witch. Woo, come on, Meg. I know that's right, Meg. Come on. Look, May, just as I was talking about my mama, 222. Yeah, so many witches against witches. We can't have that, right? My mama is 222. That's her number when she left here. God bless you. So thank you, mama. Thank you, mama. I got it from my mama. She was an incredible stitch witch. So, this creativity, right? Just make something out of anything. So this whole idea of witches against witches, we can't do it. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. And we don't have to agree. Agreement is never required in spiritual realms. We're not all supposed to agree. What's supposed to happen is each person brings their unique perspective to the whole. That's why God Goddess appeared as 8 billion people on the planet, because God Goddess wanted to have different perspectives. It wanted to have the perspective of Derry. It wanted to have the perspective of Autumn. It wanted to have the perspective of Valerie. It wanted to have the perspective of Marvin the Magi. It wanted to have the perspective of May. They're all different perspectives. So God is one. So it wants to have the perspective. This whole universe loves biodiversity. And the more diverse we are, the actual more safe we are. The more diversity we have, the better we are, right? Child, let me tell you, Derry, if we hear that one more time, right? We heard it a million times. It's so old. It's like water off a duck's back at this moment, right? And so diversity, just like in nature, biodiversity is biosafety. So the whole key, next video that popped up and started playing was Tiptoe Chick. Wow. Centrally, that blows my mind, being that we have the hat right here. You know, all my hats are named after witches I love and adore and revere. And Tiptoe Chick reigns supreme right here next to my altar. Wow. Okay, Tiptoe Chick, I see you. Thank you. Tiptoe Chick was a bad A witch doing stuff before any of us were talking about witchcraft on YouTube 10 years ago. Tiptoe Chick and the Big Fat Witch. She calls herself the Big Fat Witch, but she is not a big fat witch. She's absolutely beautiful. Those two witches, they've been around for a decade on YouTube, teaching us a whole lot about witchcraft before it was even correct or politically correct to do so. I feel like my channel, I feel like so many witchy channels that we have now, which I'm very happy about, we all stand on tall shoulders. We stand on tall shoulders of the witches that came on YouTube and we're talking about witchcraft before anybody. Like what? Right? Biodiversity, just like nature. So when you have, on the Christian Witches Facebook fan page, one time I did a post. What kind of witches do we have? Mermaid, sea witch, Catholic witch. I got the God bumps. Every kind of witch you could imagine was in that chat. Good. It's that the universe didn't only make roses. Right? Let's talk. Okay, good. Let's talk. Daria, let's talk. The universe didn't make roses. The universe made petunias and irises and roses and lilies and wildflowers and lavender and daffodils. And the daffodil never said to the rose, "You're more beautiful than me," or "You shouldn't do what you're doing, Rose. You're so red. I'm yellow. You should be more like me." I mean, the conversations we have are literally ludicrous when you consider nature, our great teacher, and the one we all revere as magical beings. Every magical being, every mystical being reveres nature. I haven't met one magical or mystical being that did not revere nature as our greatest teacher on this planet. God is nature. Okay? Rainbow witch. Come on. That's what I'm talking about. I love that. So our diversity is actually our safety. Because if you all cluster together and be one thing, that one thing, you just find a way to kill that one thing and you're done with the whole thing. Our diversity is our safety. So I just kept looking at us like we've got to elevate. And I kept praying. And I kept doing my work and praying. Let's elevate the conversation. Let's elevate the conversation. Because witches have been too long maligned on this planet. Witches have been feared. Witches have been killed, stoned, drowned, spat upon, beaten, burned, tortured, executed. That's over. Ujo Wajat. Mwah. How you loving it, Ujo Wajat? That's all over. The time of enlightenment is here. And the magical people and the mystical people of the planet, such as all of you here on this channel, you all are leading the way. That's what your soul signed up to come here to do. You signed up to come here to be on the front lines of transforming human consciousness. Yay for you. That's what you signed up for. So here we go. Isn't that beautiful? That's what you signed up for. Yay. Vision. 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 That's our one word for today. Let's talk about vision. We're working with 5 decks in this challenge. This is my big deck that I love to use as my teaching deck. I'm an electric witch. Woo! I know that's right. Come on. Native. I love it. I love it. This is my big teaching deck that I use when we teach at the Christian Witches Mystery School. The next Mystery School classes are coming up in Sedona. Come. There's going to be an incredible group of magical beings at this class, these classes of the Christian Witches Mystery School, teaching beginning witches, teaching the law, teaching mystical magical properties, teaching magic, teaching how to set up your protocols, teaching all of that at the mystery school. I'm a teacher by trade. By calling, I'm just a teacher. So of course a teacher would have a school. Magical healer. Love it. Love it. So this is my big giant deck that I use. I got this off Amazon. If you want to see any of the things that I recommend here, the books and so forth, go to valerielove.com, click on books. ValerieLove.com, click on books. If you're coming with us to the mystery school, like so many of our amazing students are, you see pictures upon pictures upon pictures. We're going to post them all over the place of our amazing students in the mystery school. We're actually going to have 2 initiates this coming December. After the mystery school, we have 2 that are going to be initiated in the Covenant of Christian Witches. Yes, this is an initiatory path. Don't you love it? Oh my God. Find out all about it at christianwitches.com. Find out all about it at christianwitches.com. Okay? Colette Baron Reed. I love her. Got one of her beautiful decks right over there. Love Colette Baron Reed. Woo! Now, let's go to vision. Vision, vision. This is my giant deck. This is Rider-Waite-Smith. Now, if you notice, the Rider-Waite-Smith, this gentleman dressed in red, representing fire. We have the cross of the white lilies and the red roses. This is a recurring theme in 9 of her decks. I love that. This is a recurring theme in tarot. Red roses for the red, the heart, the passion. White lilies for the purity, the holiness, the ceremonial cleanliness. All of these things, purity of heart. If we go to Egypt, hi Al, hey 11. If we go to Egypt, we're talking about the feather of Mayat. We're talking about having a heart that is so light that when it is weighed upon the scales, your heart is as light as a feather. You see, that was your test to pass the goddess Mayat into the underworld. Once you passed on, she weighed your heart. And see, if you were in this life clearing your heart and cleansing your heart like the white lilies, if you were becoming purer and purer and clearer, if you were ridding yourselves of jealousies and envies and strife and hatreds and for things unforgiven, right? If we were ridding ourselves of things, if we were cleansing and clearing our, purifying our consciousness, making our heart lighter and lighter, yes? If we were forgiving and letting go, if we were being kind and compassionate, if we were being loving, and if we were following our destiny, and we becoming gods and goddesses about on the planet, right? Like the word says, ye are gods. If you were doing all that in your life, then when you get to the afterlife for the next phase of your life, because you're an infinite and immortal being, well, of course your heart would be light. And you met the goddess Mayat, and she had her scales, not unlike the Libra scales. I'm born under Libra. And she had her scales. And a feather was on one side. And on the other side, she will place your heart, right? You come bearing your heart, and she will receive your heart. And then, pardon me, she will receive your heart, and she will place your heart on the other scale. And if it went, well, we need to recycle this soul back around again. Heart's a little too heavy to come to, the bliss and beauty. We need you to go on that line right there. Off you go now, back into another incarnation. But we still love you, though. We still love you. You just need a little more recycling. To hell with the recycling. I ain't doing that shit no more. I done showed up to my app so many times with my heart. Do I get anybody out? She looks at me. Oh, that's so cute. She put my heart on the felt. Here go the scales. Ah, damn. Okay. I'll see you again in about 80, 100 years. You can do this. You got this. Hey, Spirit God, she needs a little more help. Okay, we got it. Here you go it again. Oh, damn. No. Damn, you heavy heart. You put it back in. Here you go again, born, to a nice mama and daddy that's going to give you more to forgive. Here you go. Start all over again. Oh, isn't this an adventure? This cracks me up. One day you're going to say, I'm not going to keep incarnating. And one day you're going to stop blaming other people. And you're going to stop looking around at mom and daddy and this one and that one. And your boo and your kids, your crazy nutty kids. I got them too. I got crazy kids. And now I got 3 grandkids. So the craziness multiplies. So guess what? Child, I got baby's kids. We don't die. We multiply. So, okay. Now I'm back into life again. What am I going to do? Choose. Are you going to lighten your heart? Are you going to lighten your heart? That's what this is about. So every time you see the lilies, the white lilies of purity, you just ask yourself, okay, am I purifying my consciousness? Am I purifying my spirit? Am I purifying my heart? And purity has nothing to do with morality, baby. You can sleep with 20 people tonight and have a heart that's light as a feather. Purity and morality have nothing to do with each other. People get them confused because the church messed us up. Oh my God, if you sleep with somebody, that makes you dirty and guilty and bad, and that's a sin. No. Your intention is what messes you up. Christ said, it is not what is outside of a man or a woman that defiles a woman. It's what issues forth from within the man or woman that defiles a man or woman. That is your consciousness, your intention. What is your intention with sleeping with 20 people tonight? To get something from them? Well, you got a heavy heart. Your intention in sleeping with 20 people tonight is to share love and spread love and freedom and joy and peace and happiness? Well, you have a light heart. The universe is not looking at your morality. The universe does not care about your morality. Get it out of your mind. It doesn't. Long time ago, because there was so much brouhaha about who people sleep with, I asked God, because I go up to heaven and I have these conversations. God, do you care who we do you care who we sleep with? No. Heaven is looking around like humans are all messed up in the game because no one up here cares who you sleep with. No one in heaven cares who you sleep with. It's not about who you sleep with. It's about your consciousness. What is your intention in sleeping with them? Are you hateful at heart? God cares about one thing, your character, not your morals. Because your character is what's your soul. And that's what's going to drive what you think, say, and do. Clean up your heart. Clean up your heart. And keep all your boyfriends and girlfriends and keep everybody. Clean up your heart. And keep all your boobs. And maybe because your heart is clean and pure, maybe they might clean up their hearts too. And everyone is walking around with a heart light as a feather because you've let go of all the heavy, old emotions that weigh us down and all the old wounds from childhood and from lifetime over lifetime over lifetime over lifetime. They're up there drinking their water and minding their business. Hello, that's exactly what they're doing in heaven. Some of them is drinking wine. Some of them in heaven are smoking weed. Some of them in heaven, because these are ancestors and people. They were all down here. Some of them are smoking cigarettes. Some of them they're doing all manner of things in heaven realms, looking at us like, why are y'all so twisted up in the game? Because you focus on the wrong thing. You're focused on something other than your own consciousness. You focus on something outside yourself. You're not focused on your own character. Forgiveness, love. You're not focused on what really matters. This is how the ego works. A Course in Miracles teaches us. I have a Course in Miracles right over here. Please get a Course in Miracles. Please read it. Please study it. A Course in Miracles says this is how the ego works. The ego has a mantra. You know how we had that mantra earlier, Brizzy, 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 to bring forth and call forth the abundance and prosperity of the universe? Well, the ego has a mantra too. Guess what it is? Seek but don't find. That's the mantra of the ego. Please put it in the chat. Seek but don't find. Seek but don't find. Seek but don't find. Seek, you seeking, you looking, you looking, you looking, you trying to find it, you trying to find love, you trying to find money, you trying to find, seek but don't find. You're never going to find it. Put it in the chat. Seek but don't find. That's the mantra. That is the song of the ego. Where you're seeking. How does the ego going to know that you're never going to find it? Guess how the ego knows you're never going to find it? Because the ego is going to keep you looking outside yourself. Over there at them. Over there at who? Her, him, they, Trump, the government, those people, Black Lives Matter, those people, they don't like me. They don't like me. That. Seek but don't find. Ha, 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 ha. I'm like, oh, wait a minute. What's the opposite of that? Close your eyes, turn within. Oh, be still and know. The answer to seek but don't find is be still and know. Put it in the chat. Be still and know. Be still and know. Be still and know. The ego, seek. Keep getting another book. Keep getting another. You can even be a seeker, and it could be spirituality. Not everybody's seeking something that's untoward. Some people are seeking something that's very beneficial, but you're still seeking. Seeking inherently means you don't have it. If you're seeking something, that means you don't have it. But what God wants you to know is you already have it because I already gave it to you. You want to go inside. You want to close your eyes and turn within. Here's the whole universe. And then your trajectory will change. And no longer will you be out here trying to get something. You will be in here trying to give something. So simple. It's a simple shift. See, the ego is going to have you going out here looking like this. And it's never going to be enough. I don't care if you have $1 billion. You could be Tyler Perry, billionaire. We applauded him at the beginning of this live stream. You could, I don't care how much you have. It's still going to not be enough. This is more, it's so simple. Isn't it, Dr. Madeline? How come we don't do it? It's so simple. The ego is going to have you out here seeking, exhausting yourself, fighting with people, being unrestful, not peaceful, broke, lack, limitation, never enough, and never have peace. That's the ego. That is the ego. Seek but don't find. And you're going to all be out here. And everything is happening to you from the outside. And people are getting on your nerves. And you can't control things because you're a victim. And everything's out there. When a simple shift. And therefore, you are going to be a dangerous person to be around because you're always trying to get something from other people because you don't think you have it because you haven't gone within to discover that you already have it. So you think you have to get it. And where do you think you have to get it from? Other people. And so therefore, you're a taker. You're going to look into, can I get it from you? And then you're going to start manipulating and figuring how you can get something from this person that you think you need because you think you don't have it. This is why I say these are dangerous people to be around. Okay? Now, what is be still and know? I turn within. The ego doesn't want you to have vision. Where is vision? Vision is within. He's holding the whole world in his hands. The world is your oyster. This is how you gain the vision. You turn within, you close these eyes. See, these are ego eyes. You open these, you're going to look at the five senses, you're going to be hooked into the third dimension. The ego runs the third dimension. You close these eyes, you open your third eye, you're now going to be fourth, fifth dimension and beyond. Multiple dimensions, multiplanetary experience, multi-cosmic experience, multi-dimensional experience. You're going to be where we go when we have ayahuasca and shrooms and all these plant medicines. That's where you're going to be. When you open your third eye, you close these eyes. See, these eyes are ego eyes. They only work in the third dimension. These eyes don't work in the supernal realms. Okay? Thank you, Nakia. So when you open this third eye, you're going to have vision. When you open these eyes, you're going to be seeing. Perception. Please put it in the chat, the distinction between seeing, which is perception, and vision. Perception and vision, two different things. Come on, Rainy People. Come on. Billionfold return to you. I love you. Thank you so very much. Perception, vision. This is not about perception. This is about vision. Perception is what you do with these two eyes. I saw you talking to her. I saw him doing so and so. I heard you. No, you lied to me because I saw you didn't see Jack. That was your perception. And you made up a story about what you thought you was looking at. And as A Course in Miracles says, I don't know what anything is for. So when I'm looking with these, I don't really even know what the fuck I'm looking at. Made up a story and now accusing everybody in your world of what you made up with your perception. You see why people get in trouble in relationships every 10 minutes? Pause, breathe, pause. Come on, Iris. Trust me, the kind of spiritual teacher I am, you're going to get it because I'm going to slap you in the face. I am a very in-your-face spiritual teacher. That's just my nature. Now, if you want a very flowery one that's just going to pat you and put roses around you and love and light, that ain't me. That ain't me. I got nothing for you. apologize. Look, wait a minute. I got to apologize to Princess. I didn't do the warning like I usually do. Get your duct tape. Duct tape your wig on your head because I'm going to blow your wig. This, not I. Spirit through my mouth is going to blow our wig clean off. Duct tape your socks. Did you get your tape? Duct tape your... Get your weave. If your weave need tightening, I'm going to give you a second to go tighten it up right now. Get your sewing. Get your little part thing. Press it down. I ain't messing with y'all. I mean, this is the truth, right? Alert. Wig alert. Because people be like, damn, Reverend Val, you just blew my whole spot up. Ooh, I apologize. I did not give the wig alert warning. No, we're not having that, right? Here goes God. So we understand what the ego is doing, right? Perception. Made up a whole big story in your head. Being alone in your head without adult supervision. Now, what does God say? Let me turn within. So you see your boo do something. But because you know your two eyes are showing you 1% of the story, and I don't really know what I'm looking at, and I don't know what anything is for, and this is perception after all, this is not vision. Let me close my eyes and turn within. That's why you love me, Teresa. Crazy as all get out, I tell you the truth. So this is God. You're going to close your eyes and you're going to turn within and say, God, what does this mean? Please give me vision. Without vision, the people perish. Write the vision, make it plain. You see, I desire, but above all things, I desire to see clearly. That's what A Course in Miracles says. How do you see clearly? You close your eyes. That's how you see clearly. That's how you know what's really going on. You open your third eye, vision. That's what this is. This is vision. You see, the vision comes from beyond what your five senses can ascertain. Let's go to the other decks, because we work with 5 decks. I love y'all so much. Gilded. I love y'all so much for showing up every day. I love y'all so much for participating in the conversation. I love y'all so much for your shares. I love you so much for your super chats. I love you so much for your presence. Your presence. I love you. The wig is blowing down the street. It became like tumbleweed. Oh my God. Like, oh man. And the reason I say it like this is because we've got to get it. Yes, all the way deep and deep and deep and deeper levels of our being. And I pray that after we spend this time together every day, that we all get it to a deeper level. We can always go deeper and higher, deeper and higher. How does the oak tree become 40 feet? Because it keeps digging its roots into the dirt deeper and it keeps stretching to the sky. See, you're supposed to be like a tree. You're supposed to be doing both. And the roots and the branches match. That's Kabbalah. As above, so below. So you got to dig deep within yourself and stretch up to heaven just like a tree. Same thing. Here you go. Gilded. 2 of Wands. It looks like he has a choice. It looks like he's walking and he's wondering where he should go. You see the 2 wands, also known as rods, also known as batons. 2 of Wands. Make a choice. You could go 2 different ways. Every choice creates another alternate reality, right? And we have multiple alternate realities from all your choices. Isn't that beautiful? Let's go to, of course, free with a sense of humor, of course. I got a sense of humor. Man, if I didn't laugh, this stuff I talk about is too heavy. Oh, Derry, absolutely. I'd be honored. I'd be honored. This stuff is too heavy to talk about if we don't have a healthy dose of laughter at self. Like, I'm laughing at myself. I'm not laughing at any of you. Please do know that. I'm laughing at myself, my own foibles, my own fall downs, my own struggles, my own, curiosities, my own mix up, my own blunders. We could laugh at all that stuff. It's not the real you anyway. The real you is divine. The real you never fell down a day in its whole infinite existence. The real you knows everything. The real you never committed a foible. The real you doesn't have to be forgiven for anything. That's the real you. We're working with the other part of us that we think is the real self. The laughter is good medicine, isn't it, Dr. Madeline? And it helps medicine go down. 2 of Wands. Now, in Spellcasters Tarot, Spellcasters. Now, in 2 of Wands, look what we have here. We have a wonderful gentleman sitting on nature, on a tree stump. with two wands, and we have him looking at a bird. Bird vision. It's in the fall, right about this time of year, October. Vision. Yeah, see, this card gives me openness. It gives me spaciousness. It gives me a feeling of nature. It's very calming. And a bird has lighted on his hand. Look at this one. He's holding something in his hand. Same hand. The left hand. What is the left? The receiving. The left side is the yin side. The left side is the body side. The mother. The left side is the receiving. It's the yin. It's the dark. It's the turned within. So they're telling you that because he's holding it with his left hand, this one, pardon me, that is not the, oh, he even has a yin yang on his, it's not the left hand, it's the right hand. Please, pardon me, reverse. The right hand is the yang hand, the giving hand, the active hand. This is the passive hand, right? Left is passive, right is active. Left is yin, right is yang. Left is mother, right is father. Left is moon, right is sun. Left is turned within, right is outward. So we got the right hand. Why does this look like left in the, because it's reversed. The image is reversed, but I will tell you that on the deck, he is holding this with his right hand. But it does look like the left in the reverse. Work with it, whatever speaks to you. But he does have the yin yang on his shoulder, on his tunic. Can you see the yin yang on his tunic? Very powerful. It's showing you the dualities. These two, once again, are nod to the two columns in the tree of life. Do you see those two columns recurring over and over and over in the tarot? Now, this one, he's holding a bird. This one, he's holding the globe. Let's continue. We are now going to go to Feng Shui Tarot. And we established yesterday that black tortoise is the wands suit in Feng Shui Tarot. So this is black tortoise 2. And here we have the black tortoise. And we have the elements in the background. And we have him. To me, this is a card of perseverance. If something's going on with your money, you need to persevere. Persevere. Man, the tortoise and the hare. Persevere. Let's go to Morgan Greer. Morgan Greer. He's holding a crystal ball. Now, this does also look like the left hand, but it really is the right hand. Now, it depends on how you look at it. So you're going to have to work with that. I'm going to work with this some more today. However, I do want you to notice that there's another hand coming forward holding one of the batons, and his hand is holding a baton, 2 of wands, also known as 2 of rods, and he's also holding a crystal ball, seeing into the future. So this one's holding a crystal ball, seeing into the future. This one is holding a bird, visionary. This one's holding a globe. So swirl that all together in your consciousness. He's wearing a heart, inner peace on his sleeve. Ooh, ooh, come on. This one is very rich with symbology. We have a feather. Nod to the feather of Mayat. We have royal robes. This is a royal person. This is a dignitary. Always look at the cloaks and robes and headdress that they're wearing. This is a dignitary. This is a royal man, a nobleman standing on the wall of presumably his castle or his fortress. It's in the right hand. Thank you, Estrella Luna. It's in the right hand. Who is this hand? So you get to ask yourself that. And one of the best things that you can do with tarot is that you can do a tarot prompt. You can take a card and you can look at it and you can start writing. Use the card as a prompt and just start writing everything that you see in the card. Again, we have the red rose, passion, love, fire. The red rose, eternal life, with the white iris, purity, lightness, holiness, heavenliness, if that be a word. With red on his head, fire. What is fire? What is batons or rods or wands. Inspiration, fire, your spiritual self. Yeah? Now, one other thing we're going to look at with regard to these wands, on this one and on this one. Notice that the symbology that Pamela Coleman Smith drew into the tarot. Yeah, you can do your own tarot readings, absolutely. She painted into the tarot, she did these illustrations. She painted in buds on the batons. Do you see the buds sprouting? They're sprouting. Same thing in Morgan Greer. We have a sprout on the wands. The wands are sprouting. The hand looks as almost if it's tattooed. His hands are gloved. This hand looks tattooed. What is the sprouting baton? This is a nod to Aaron's staff. How are you? Mwah, how you loving? Aaron's staff in the wilderness when there was a power, a question of who was going to be in power, a question of who was going to be in charge. Moses and Aaron, or Korah, Dathan, and Abiram, I believe their names were. And it came to a head, sort of like this. Who told y'all going to be in charge? Moses and Aaron. Moses as the leader of the people. Aaron as the God-appointed high priest of the people to take care of the spiritual needs of the people. And Moses was sort of like their, not king, leader. Thank you. Right? So they had this sort of challenge to authority, which is very dangerous because when you challenge spiritual authority, you're really putting yourself in for a really hard time. So they challenged it. And one of the ways that it was solved, I pray this is the accurate way that I'm telling this story. I'm going to go back and read and do my research to be sure. Is that Aaron's rod sprouted overnight like flowers, like a miracle. It was a staff. You know, a staff is wood. It's cut from wood. It's supposedly not alive, yet everything has the spirit of life in it. Ether, the fifth element. And his wand sprouted flowers. And supposedly, inside the Ark of the Covenant, oh, classic, fabulous glam right now. Thank you, Aurora Day. Someone told me earlier it was Diane Carroll. I'm like, oh, come on, Diane Carroll. I'm feeling it. So in the Ark of the Covenant, supposedly, were kept items in this very highly charged spiritual anchor of spiritual energies. Inside, yes, Straya Luna, is this amazing? Inside the Ark of the Covenant, supposedly, Regal, oh, thank you, were the 2 tablets that God wrote on. Yep, God showed that Aaron was the chosen one. That's exactly, Dr. Madeline. So inside the Ark of the Covenant, supposedly, were sacred items. This was a reliquary. A reliquary. Please let me know if I'm saying that word right. Reliquary. Someone look up that word for me and make sure I'm saying the word right. Reliquary is a chest of magical or sacred artifacts or magical implements. A reliquary. I pray I'm saying that name right. Reliquary, I believe. Look it up and double check me. A reliquary. The Ark of the Covenant was a reliquary. And this reliquary held relics that were very charged, right? A reliquary is not where you just toss anything. A reliquary is where you are holding these very highly charged magical things that need to be encased in something. They can't just be lying out, right? And you open the reliquary and only certain people could go into the reliquary because your nervous system couldn't even handle touching it, right? Like we have in the Bible, somebody touched the Ark of the Covenant. It looked like it was going to topple, and someone reached out and touched it to steady it, died on the spot. Why? Not because God killed them. People always say things like that. God doesn't kill people for that. Because, listen very carefully to what I'm about to say, and this is one of the reasons why we invite you to the mystery school. You cannot do magic and you cannot handle higher spiritual energies until your central nervous system has been tuned up, 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 up. Thank you, Reliquary. Thank you, Iris. I was right. Thank you, Iris. Thank you, Spirit. You cannot. It's like why, if we throw holy water on some people, it sizzles. Because their system has not been tuned up. I have had so many upgrades of this central nervous system, which is conducting the current. Yeah, Dr. Madeline, you got to come to the mystery school. It's conducting the current. So people think they're going to pick up a book and do magic. Good luck on that one. Good luck on that one. You can do some things. You're not going to be able to do this very high level magic with a system that has not been tuned up. You see, as God is preparing you for magic, God is doing all sorts of things to your system, your energetic system, so that you become a current. You don't want to throw 125 volts through a 65 volt container. It'll be fried. That's what happened to the person that touched the reliquary. They touched the Ark of the Covenant, and it already said it was made of gold. Gold is this incredible conductor of energy, just like copper. And the person's this was a person who was not to touch it. That's the whole point. And they did it with good intent because it looked like it was going to topple, and they reached out to steady it. And phew. Why do they tell you these scriptures in the Bible? Right? Okay. Oh, good question, CC Ryder. Are we talking a lot of prayer here? No. Here's what's in charge. Prayer is included. Here's what's in charge of your tune-up of your spiritual system, your higher self. The self that is ruling your head, your energetic system, it has to be upgraded. It has to continually be upgraded. It's continuous. I get so many upgrades, it's continuous. It's like, when does it end? How about never? Until you're God. Same thing Christ had. He kept getting upgrades. And how did he get these upgrades? He went into the desert, away, a lonely place to pray. You ain't going to get in the desert. You ain't going to get no upgrade of your system, your financial system, or any system, your central nervous system, on Facebook. You're not going to get it on YouTube. It doesn't work like that. We are pointers. This, I pray, is a pointer to you to go get it. This is not how you get it. This is to support you in pointing and saying, go get it. I received a tune-up in India. I was all over those temples in India. Why was I in India? Because myself took me to India. Now, you may get tune-ups and never touch India, because your tune-ups are personal to you. So you can't even go to anybody and ask them, how do I do it? You're supposed to close your eyes and say, how do I do it? And then it's going to take you to Reverend Val. Go to Reverend Val. Go to Sedona. Right? Ooh, good. Go to Bali. You see, I received tune-ups in Bali. One of the tune-ups I received in Bali of my spiritual system, and trust me, you can't do the tune-up on your own. You can't ask for the tune-up because you don't even know what the tune-up is. Your conscious mind is not involved in this. Your conscious mind doesn't know what the tune-up is. Your conscious mind doesn't even know what you need. Your conscious mind is the problem. So I go to Bali. Don't know why I'm going. I live in Bali for 33 days. One of the days is a full moon. Now, the Balinese are a lunar culture. They live and breathe and worship by the moon. That's why I love being in Bali. Bali is my soul home. I'm in one of the full moon experiences in the temple, dressed appropriately for the temple. Okay, I'll do that. Because, child, some of the things that happen in these countries, like, I can't even talk about it. If I just told y'all about smashing coconuts in India in the temple, it's mind-blowing. This stuff is almost like you can't even talk about it, right? But I'm going to start talking. I'm going to share more about these experiences because let me tell you something. I done been all over the world to get If I don't care where I have to go to get my enlightenment, I will go. So here I'm in Bali, and I have the temple garb on because you cannot go in if you're in your moon time. And you cannot go in if you don't have the proper clothing. And you can't, I wouldn't even be able to go here. The next school is in Sedona, Arizona. Go to valerielove.com, click on retreats and events, okay? I would not be able to wear this in the temple in Bali because the women must have their head open, their crown open. The men must have their crown covered. That's how it is in Bali. Now, if you go into that's in Bali. Now, if you go to the Islamic house, holy house, like I did, when I went into the Islamic holy house, I'm completely covered. And the men are not covered. In the Balinese holy houses, it's the exact reverse. Okay? Don't fight with the holy house. Don't get mad. Just do whatever they tell you to do if you want to go in that holy house. You don't have to go in that holy house. I'm telling you my experience. This is where my higher self took me, or where your head spirit is going to take you, your Orisha or your higher self, your holy guardian angel. In the mystery school, we call it your HGA, your holy guardian angel. Your holy guardian angel has your head. If you gave your head to it, that's a whole nother conversation, because some people still want to run their own head. Why would you want to run your own head? But I digress. Anyway, here I am in Bali. Didn't know I was about to get a tune-up. Full moon in the temple. There's a priest doing this. A bell almost just like this one. He's ringing the bell. I'm like, oh my God. And I just feel stuff moving. Oh, what's going to happen? Next thing you know, I'm standing in the middle of the temple in Bali, tears just streaming. Could not tell you why. Did not feel sad the second before. Didn't feel sad in it. Standing in the middle of the temple. I don't know how long I was standing there, just tears pouring. Felt like the tears pouring from my mothers and my grandmothers and the ones who came through the middle passage and all. I don't know how many generations of stuff fell as tears out of my eyes in that temple in Bali. You see, this is spirit. Before you even cast a spell, why in the mystery school we teach don't run magic through dirty pipes? You're going to have a mess in your life. Some people want to run the current of magic. How do I do a spell? That's the first thing they show up wanting to do. How about how do you forgive? How do I do a spell? What would you want to do a spell for? A spell to take care of my so-and-so and so. How about we rethink that? Come on, Dr. Madeline! Woo! Thank you, mwah. Thank you, Dr. Madeline. A billionfold return to you. Money in the vortex, money in the vortex, money in the vortex. So, you can't blow magic through dirty pipes. You see, you got a pipe. This is your central nervous system. This is your energetic system. You got gunk in here. All of us do. What happens if you blow magic through those dirty pipes? Here come the gunk in your life. Looks a mess. That means issues in the body temple, issues in your life, issues in your home, issues in your finances, issues in your relationships. You see where after you did spell. But I thought I was supposed to get better. So these upgrades, don't rush. There's no rushing. There's no rushing in spirituality and magic. There's no rushing. You get it when you get it. What else you got? What else you going to be doing? You got the whole rest of your existence to elevate to source. You've been here eons. You're going to be here forever. What's the rush? But people are so, I got to get this magic thing. You're not going to get this magic thing until your HGA says this is what you're supposed to be doing. In the mystery school, we don't really even give adepts our new, we call them hermetics. You're a hermetic when you come into mystery school. We don't give the hermetics a lot of magic. It would be irresponsible to do that with a consciousness that is not tuned up, cleared, cleaned out, or at least you doing the work of cleaning and cleansing your consciousness as a preparatory step to practicing some of the greatest magical feats that you will ever see or ever perform yourself. You don't become a Christ overnight. They say he had something like 2,000 incarnations to become Jesus Christ. But everybody want to be Jesus Christ right now. But you don't want to do what's required to become Jesus Christ. You want to get it on YouTube. Now, I can help you a lot on YouTube. But that ain't it. You got to go further than YouTube. You got to go further than Facebook. You got to go further than Instagram. Right? You got to be about that life. Oh my God. Right, Nakia? You have got to be so ridiculously committed to your own ascension. I am so ridiculously committed to my ascension. That's what took me to Kenya. That's what took me to Bali several times. That's what takes me to Sedona over and over and over. I sit on that Bell Rock. That's what's taken me to India. That's what's taken me to China, Hong Kong. I am so freaking committed to my own ascension. You have to be physically there because that's how you're getting the tune-ups in your system. You're not getting the tune-up of your whole nervous system from sitting watching something in YouTube. You're probably not going to get it. Gave up creature comforts. Isn't that amazing? You're probably not going to get it in your home environment. Right, Dr. Madeline? All the ones who come to the retreats, you're probably not going to get it in your home environment. You're probably not. How much are you going to get in your home environment where you're doing everything that you normally do? Usually, you don't get much awe. I love that, Estrella Luna. That's one of our Christian Witches Mystery School students. You don't cook magic in a microwave. Oh my God, Estrella Luna, I've got to quote you today on the Christian Witches Facebook fan page. You don't cook magic in a microwave. You just don't. This is a process, and it takes you your lifetime, and many lifetimes. And why not? I mean, you're worth it. You're God. You're worth it. You're worth your own time, care, attention, travel, commitment, growth, attention, love. You are worth it. And if you're not giving it to yourself, please don't expect someone else to come along and give it to you. That's it, and that's all for today. I love you. Make sure you visit me online at valerielove.com. Pick up the books. Today, follow me over to Instagram because I'm going to do some inspirational readings for us today on Instagram, which I do myself every day, so I figured I would share. Subscribe and ring the bell so you know when we go live, which we do every day in the Tarot on Your Money Challenge. I so appreciate you for being members of the community, co-hosts of the show. I freaking love you. God bless. Mwah. KAISI out. Peace. Yes.